In today's episode, we're in Nashville to explore the long-abandoned Tennessee State Prison. The facility was constructed all the way back in the late 1800s, mostly utilizing labor from the prisoners who would soon come to inhabit it. The designers intended for each cell to hold one inmate, but from the day it opened, the facility had only half as many cells as it did prisoners. This overcrowding persisted throughout the prison's history and led to conditions that one federal judge called offensive to any notion of basic human decency. Some of the worst of humanity was imprisoned within these walls, including serial killers and even the assassin of Martin Luther King Jr. However, the prison also housed many convicts guilty of nonviolent crimes such as theft and drug offenses. Separate from the main cell block, the facility also contained the state's death row. Between 1916 and 1960, 125 inmates were executed by electric chair here. Under pressure from the federal government, the aging and decrepit prison finally closed in 1992, and inmates were transferred to a new facility. While it sat empty, it was frequently used as a backdrop for film, most notably in the Green Mile. The prison's gradual decay continued until March of 2020, when a violent EF3 tornado made a direct hit, tearing away entire guard towers and much of the century-old brickwork. Since then, the remnants have been left standing amongst a pile of rubble. Now, join us as we venture inside and discover what's left.
With the sponsor of this portion of today's video, Incogni, you can finally fight spam. Have you ever subscribed to a free newsletter and shortly after started receiving spam messages? Or have you read in the news about a company that you've never done business with being affected by a data breach and somehow they had your information? Thousands of companies are collecting, aggregating, and trading your personal data without you knowing. And Incogni helps you protect your privacy and take your personal data off the market by reaching out to data brokers on your behalf, requesting your personal data removal, and dealing with all of their objections. Once you grant Incogni the right to send deletion requests, it goes to work scanning all of the brokers that might have your information. And with Incogni's new unlimited and unlimited family plans, you can get an extra level of protection. With the custom removals feature, you can point to any people search site or other website where your information is visible, and one of the privacy agents will take care of the rest for you. Incogni has sent 1,409 requests, with 1,243 confirmed removals. That's 440 more since Incogni was last featured in May. Since Incogni started searching for my information, I've received fewer spam calls, texts, and emails. And there's always a chance that my information will be put back online. But Incogni never stops searching. It constantly monitors the data brokers, that way you don't end up back in the system. Get a yearly subscription at incogni.com/properpeople and use the code properpeople to get an exclusive 60% off.
We began our exploration with the prison's on-site hospital. Let's see what's in this room. Oh wow, there's some medical equipment in here. They would have had beds set up in here, so you can see these lights mounted on the side.
And there's the tracks for the curtains.
Yeah. What is this stuff over here, though? This looks cool.
Air mass app unit. That's a pump of some kind, right?
They've got like a slight Art Deco vibe to them with the curved lines and the chrome strips that are all completely rusted now, of course.
This stuff looks so old.
I wonder when this shut down. I actually don't know.
The hospital might have been before the main prison.
Very well could have been. There's an open ward down here. There would have been beds all lined up in here.
And every one of these
nooks.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they're demolishing stuff out there. What are they demolishing? Maybe they're just clearing rubble from the tornado. I really hope they're not actually demolishing this place.
There's like theater seats right here. Where'd these come from?
I have to imagine they came from this building.
Yeah.
They do look like theater seats, but probably just waiting room seats or something.
Yeah, maybe. This is just another open hallway. Oh, you can see a better view of all the construction. There's a lot of cars out there. You could see all the bricks are in a pile, so they were cleaning up.
They demolished something right there. You can basically see the foundation still.
Guessing the tornado did the damage to the wall there.
Yeah, they're cleaning up, it looks like.
Imagine this being an active prison and then a tornado just busting a hole in the wall.
People would have died.
All the prisoners escaping.
True.
It's just a bunch of big open wards.
Look at the windows, though.
Yeah.
That was probably from the tornado.
Those are the blinds.
Yeah. This place took a direct hit.
This place was probably in much better shape before the storm.
I'm sure.
The drop ceiling could have even been knocked out from this.
Yeah.
There's drop ceiling that's higher up over here. There's still some glass here, but not on this side.
Yeah, that's why I think it was the storm.
Yeah.
It seems like the direction of the wind
Yeah.
was making a difference. Let's check out the bottom floor now. It's a lot of bars. Here's a prison. Oh my goodness, look at this part.
Jeez, the whole thing's collapsed.
That would have been building out there. That's not outside.
Might have been collapsed for a long time because there's a tree growing out of it.
So this is what decay, then a natural disaster, and then more decay looks like. It's pretty crazy. It is treacherous in here. Let's see what's back here, because I'm a little wary of walking under this ceiling here. Oh, this is an X-ray area. There might still be a machine because there's the control panel. There is.
It's a Picker X-ray. That's the same company we've seen in other hospitals.
This is a much newer version than the
Yeah.
last one we saw, though. It's very decayed, though. The machine is literally rusting.
They got the exposed and unexposed slots.
They still have the plastic covering on this part.
Trying to save it when they closed.
Yeah.
Still a little bit of equipment. This feels very crammed in here. Just imagine having to do X-ray developing in this small space. It's like 5 feet of counter space.
Wow.
This barely feels like a building anymore. The whole roof is gone.
Yeah, that's blue sky up there. Got these medical gas supply
it's a very
lines here.
cheaply built building. It's like sheet metal roof.
Yeah, this thing was never going to last long. Operating room number 1. No lights left.
Damn.
But you still got the medical gas tubes hanging from the ceiling.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can really see how shoddily built this area was.
See another autoclave. And 2 more operating rooms. This one's kind of bright. These are all quick release hookups. Bet there was a pretty nice surgical light in here at one point. But of course, those are gone. I just want to point out that this is paint, not wallpaper. It's somehow peeling the top layer of drywall off.
All right, let's get out of this area before the roof collapses on our head. What's left of the roof, that is. Jeez, man. This is crazy.
Wow.
You can't even make sense of what you're looking at. It's just rubble
Just a
everywhere. The fluorescent tube is not even broken. All this destruction and the fluorescent tube is still intact. I think I see a classroom back here. Yeah, this was definitely a classroom.
It's nasty. Look at those stalactites.
It's crazy.
Those are dripping long. That's impressive. Wow. I've never seen anything this coated with calcium.
Yeah, that's been dripping for decades, probably. File room.
Where did this piece of wood come from?
I don't know. I think it could have just been thrown in here by the storm, maybe?
I think it might have been.
Because it just
tossed
comes in
through
this
the
hole in
roof.
ceiling.
This probably came from somewhere across the property.
This could have came from anywhere. Yeah, there's no wood beams as part of the
No.
construction of this building.
This just came in here from the storm.
Yeah. Wow.
You can see the piece of wood was like peeled away from something. The whole thing. That's a lot of power in that storm. What was it, an EF3 tornado?
EF4.
4.
Yeah,
Wow.
I believe. Check it out. There's sewing machines in here. They probably had some of the prisoners sewing hospital gowns and whatnot. Are they the foot-powered ones? Is that what that is?
Yeah. I mean, they're also electrical, actually.
Oh,
I think
really?
the foot pedal just powers
On and off?
the motor, like the
Yeah.
switch. I didn't even realize there was a motor. 1999 calendar on this thing. You can see what's been dripping for a while and what's collapsed more recently. You can see these stalactites are sideways.
See anything out there?
I mean, just the construction equipment. There's no one else, like no people out here.
That's good.
Can't even see the main building from here because this ward is in front of it.
There used to be a guard tower there. It's been completely leveled by the tornado. So we're gonna have to walk around the building.
I mean, I haven't seen a single person,
me
so
neither.
we should be good. You can see all the guard towers, pretty disrepair over there. Power lines are snapped.
Ready to run?
Yeah, sure.
Just jog.
Yeah. So the exterior wall here is just gone. I mean, that's what all these bricks were. Wow. And the whole tower over here is gone. Yeah. You could see the arched window, the bars. Holy shit. There's no saving this building. It's just gone. This hallway is amazing. I just need to show on this camera the state of this side. Yeah, this would have been exactly the same on this side. And you could see all the bars in this rubble. Those were the bars that went up the arched windows. They're all just twisted.
It was a direct hit.
Yeah, because this is solid brick.
Yeah.
So this was a cell.
How tiny are they?
I could touch both walls.
Holy shit.
So you had this toilet, a bed right here, I guess. That's all.
You've got just enough space to lie down and shit, and that's it.
These are the grates, the cell doors. They're just grates. But see how they lock? They're all in a central system.
Yeah, you're right.
So they can close and open all the doors at once. Here's the lever for the doors. It's literally just hand operated. Oh shit, it works kind of. Check it out.
It straight up works still. Wow.
Alright, it's a little jammed up, but yeah. And then you can lock it there and then everything's locked. It's a simple lever system, but like, this place was built in the late 1800s.
Yeah.
That's how they did it.
These windows are pretty nice. It's funny, they make this place look so beautiful from the outside, but the actual cells are so miserable. So you see this metal? The nearest sheet metal was on a shed that was like way out in the yard.
How'd it get over
So
here?
the wind probably blew it around and into here.
Yeah.
This is pretty insane.
This one has like a pattern.
Yeah, there's like different wallpaper in each cell. This one just looks like blood splotches everywhere. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors of cells in here. Wow.
Looks like there's a central hallway between them. I guess for utilities. Wow, these were glass blocks too, which are usually heavy and strong, and they got blown out.
There are a few vehicles outside. This one actually has a much older toilet design.
Yeah, these do have older toilets.
Why is there like a different sink in every room? I just noticed these towers on the corners have rooms in them where the guards could have seen into the prison and outside as well. It's pretty interesting.
This window right here and this window are actually still attached to the foundation right here. This is pretty crazy. Surreal.
This one's a different color scheme.
Did they have a fence here so people didn't throw stuff down? Yeah, this ward has a completely different feel to it. It's a much warmer color.
The cells look pretty much the same.
These are completely different cell doors. You notice that?
Yeah, they're like
Completely different.
iron gates.
You can see all the different layers of colors.
This place is incredible. There's more guard lookouts.
Each ward would have guard lookouts that could basically see down the whole entire aisle.
A shower. That's a bed. Obviously, it didn't belong in here. But it looks like it just mounted to the wall. You know, I think there were 2 beds per cell. You can see the mounting spots at the bottom. And there definitely would have been mounting up here too.
You can see the warden's house through these windows. Looks well boarded. It's crazy. The entire side is just missing.
This door goes into the central admin section. I doubt it's going to open. That building also looked pretty destroyed by the tornado. Security's been pretty light here so far, but I don't want to jinx anything. Those are the front doors. Those are some evil looking doors.
Super secure.
Just the thought of being trapped behind those and your only escape is the electric chair.
More of these doors on this side too.
Yeah, here's the actual cells.
So this was just like an entryway passage lock probably. You had a...
Yeah, like an airlock style.
Yeah.
This is like a service corridor for the cells.
Oh yeah.
Could manage the electrical and the plumbing without going into the cells. Oh my gosh.
Shower.
This building just feels so much more oppressive than the other cell block.
They had 2 people per cell in here also.
It just feels evil.
This place definitely was on fire.
Maybe it's some sort of training exercise.
Maybe. Look at the latch mechanisms here. That looks like some heavy duty stuff. Wow.
Look in here, there's like holes blown in the walls.
You can see some cheery colors behind the black tar. Or the soot.
Jeez. I guess they would be allowed to see the outside, but this is all they could see. This caged in area. Feels like I'm at a zoo. They had a speed bag thing here. I don't know if these are gonna open.
They're different door latches too. They're different
The
doors.
same kind of cells.
Yeah.
Bunk beds, same size.
These are the same kind of doors over here.
Yeah. There's a drawing on the wall in here. Not sure what that is. Five, 4, no 3, 2.
No one.
This room was on fire.
It's kind of a one.
There's number 1. Is this the execution room?
Might be.
Oh, yes. That's the hood
Yeah.
for the smoke. The chair's been removed, but wow.
Guess this is where they control it.
Yeah, there's the operating area.
I mean, there's no controls left, but there's a ton of electrical boxes and wires.
It almost smells like you can smell a burnt, crispy smell, but it's probably just psychological.
That chair looks kind of burned, and the cell right there is burned, so it's probably what you're smelling. Looks like there would also be bars in front of this.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they'd have the family come in and stand on this side of the bars.
No. What
Yeah.
family is going to want to watch their
No.
family member get
That
electrocuted
exists.
to death? Are you
Or
serious?
the person who were a victim, that family comes and watches. That exists.
Wow. Yeah, for such a featureless room, it really does carry a lot of weight to it. Like you can just feel it stepping in here.
The sword seems to be much more intact.
Yeah. There's actually walls on both sides.
At least for most of it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit missing.
Oh, here's where the damage is. Holy cow.
Jeez.
So it's the front on this half of the building that took the damage,
Yeah.
and the back on the other half.
It really was a direct hit and angle then, I guess. Wow. Yeah, also notice that the wall is pushed in here. While on the other side, it's falling away from the building. So the winds all came from the same direction. Look how thick that wall is. And I don't even know if that's brick. That could be concrete with rebar.
So yeah, if this tornado hit while there were inmates in here, it would really not be helping them escape. They would just be extra trapped with all this rubble against their cell.
I mean, the ones on the bottom, yeah. That would be a pretty crazy rescue mission. It's like a chunk of the building's missing over here. These cells all seem very similar.
Before the tornado, there were probably panes in every single one of these windows. Well, most of them at least. It's not going to go any wider than this.
Even with like a good push.
Yeah. It looks really wrecked in there.
Oh yeah?
Really wrecked. Today, the Old Tennessee State Prison is still owned and patrolled by the Department of Corrections. Given the extensive tornado damage, saving the building would be difficult. For now, the remnants will continue to sit in purgatory.